this weekend?
Well, for me personally, it's my last game, and it's been a real honor playing for BYU, and I've really enjoyed my time here. I'm not going to get emotional right now, but no, I've loved the program. I've loved the coaches. I've loved all my teammates I've had throughout the years, and Aloha Stadium will always have a special place in my heart.
You're one of the guys that's seen everything. I mean, you've seen the offensive side, the special team side, the defensive side. I mean, you've been a little bit of, you put a little bit of yourself in every part of the team. Does that make a difference? Because you've seen all the coaches, all the players, a lot of different elements.
For me personally, yeah, it's been a real treat, a real honor to see every aspect of BYU football, and also just being able to be behind the scenes with BYUtv sometimes even, and just being able to see the inner workings of this program and just meet the people that I've been able to meet through this program. The only word I can think of is a blessing. It's been a total blessing, and I wouldn't exchange these past couple of years of my life for anything, because I've learned so much, I've grown so much through BYU.
You said you're not going to get emotional now. When you get to Saturday, is that, do the guys give the guys that get emotional, do they get a hard time, or is it kind of understandable because you put a lot into it? You put a lot into it.
And like for me in years past, seeing seniors leave was always emotional for me as an underclassman too, because these are guys that you bleed with and you cry with through losses, and you enjoy your wins with. So you just really build these really strong bonds with these brothers of yours, and to see them leave and move on with life to the next stage of their life. You're happy for them, you're sad to see them go, so it's a mix of emotions.
Mike, will it feel different preparing for a Division II opponent this week, and with their record and everything, or will it be just like any other week?
We're gonna have to work hard to make sure that it's just like any other week. I think it might be easy for guys to look at their record and see that this isn't the best team we've faced this year, and maybe take them lightly. But I think it'll come down to the leadership to make sure that guys keep after it and don't take them lightly.
As a senior, would you prefer to play a big name opponent this week for senior day, or kind of a lesser known opponent?
I mean, maybe it'd be fun, but I'm just happy to play at Aloha Stadium and have my family all there to watch. My mom just flew out from Hawaii, so she'll be there watching me put on my blue uni for the last time at Aloha Stadium.
With 2 more games, though, following, I mean, you accepted the bowl bid, you've got the game at Cal. Does that lessen it a little bit, just because you're still going to be on the field 2 more times with these guys? Yeah.
So I mean, this isn't my last game for BYU. Just the last time running through the BYU Linebacker Stadium, but it doesn't make me feel like this is my final time wearing the pads.
Do you have any favorite moments? You've been here a long time that just stick out to you in your career?
Man, there are so many to choose from. Breaking my arm was one of them. I think I learned a ton from that and grew a lot from that big injury, and then having my teammates, support me and surround me with love. Other times, I think my sophomore year when I started emerging as the running back for BYU, that was pretty fun for me. And then being a senior and a captain has been fun too, twice. so but I don't know. For me, it's just a blur of just warmth. Really, I look back on it, and it's just been a fun ride at BYU.
In leaving this university, what will you take from your experience here?
My favorite thing about this game is it teaches you just to work hard, and so that'd be the thing that I'd take with me going on into my career. But for me personally, it's the bonds that I've built with these guys. I'll never forget the friendships that I've made in that locker room and on the field. There's just something about playing football with the guys around you that makes you inseparable, and I'll never forget that.
Are you on the punt cover team?
Yes, sir.
What's been the problem? Is it Scott's been booming some kicks? Is that just it's been part of the problem, out kicking the coverage, or
I think it's the cover team's fault. I mean, if there's any fault to put on anybody, I think it'd be to put on us as the cover team. I think Scott's been doing a great job kicking. I just think that we need to get off blocks and get down there and cover for him, because he does have a great leg. And usually when we do have a good punting game, it's because Scott's just putting it out of bounds or putting it in back of the returner.
hasn't been a problem a lot of the year, but UNLV broke out a couple good ones on you guys. Just because of what you said there.
Yeah, and I got tackled a few times. Just saying, but but I mean, I think things are being let go on both sides of the ball, so I'm not complaining. But I think that we could have done better at covering for him. I think he did a great job kicking.
Fred Warner, a fellow outside linebacker, left the game. Any reason to worry about him?
I think he's okay. He's just had a tight back, really. They got MRI, and he was completely fine. It's just been a muscle thing.
Can you talk about Bronson Kafusi's play? He's a guy that's really seen some good games last 2
Yeah.
years after some struggles.
And, well, I mean, I've gained a lot of respect for Bronson, especially things. I mean, I feel like people have said things about Bronson not performing well, but I mean, in the film room, he actually does really well, and especially lately, he's been emerging as a force to be reckoned with, and I wouldn't be surprised if teams start, paying more attention to him and start making sure that he gets 2 guys on him every play, because a body that big and that athletic has to be recognized and taken seriously. So I'm really proud of Bronson, how he's been playing lately.
You've known him for a while. Was it tough for him to go through that stretch, and just what he had to deal with when kind of the chips were down a little bit?
It probably was, but being around him, you wouldn't know it, because Bronson's one of those guys that just keeps his head down and just continues to push and work, and he's always smiling, always cracking jokes, and he's positive. That doesn't mean that he's lighthearted in the way that he approaches football, because he takes it very seriously. So maybe it was hard for him, but from what he's shown, he deals with it by working harder.
Travis Tuiloma mentioned that you guys, the defense, has had more fun the past couple of weeks. What's that attributed to?
I think guys coming together and just really trying to enjoy each other's company and enjoy each other's playmaking abilities. So much changes once the attitude of the defense changes. So I'd attribute it to our attitude, our culture.
You have an encyclopedia amount of experiences, being not even being a player, but the positions that you played and whatnot. Can you ever recall a time in your career, whether I don't know if there was a funny moment with one of your teammates that you're a senior with now or in the past?
I don't know. There's so many.
Memorable experience that you have with somebody that you can just go, wow, I remember that guy, kind of a thing.
So one of my favorite things was guys who were able to keep it light. And one guy I loved was Riley Nelson. And there's a guy who gets a lot of heat for his play, but I mean, there's no arguing with the fact that the guy had a lot of heart, and he was a natural leader for our team. And we'd be in games, and he would see that some of us were stressed out, or we're all tense, and he would come help us loosen up, crack a few jokes, and we'd be loose, and we'd be able to drive the ball down and score. So I had a lot of good experience with Ryan Nelson and learned a lot from him as a leader.
Why is Little Bit a special place for you?
I think about my first time running out of that stadium as just a 18-year-old freshman. I was blown away. I had chills. Just the fans there and the experiences I've had there. It's endeared itself to me. My favorite thing about LeVettiver Stadium are, looking back to my freshman year, that experience running out of the tunnel.
Best game memory?
Best game memory, probably San Jose State,
Really?
sophomore year. Yeah, that was my little breakout game as running back. Yeah, I was expecting to get like 2 plays that game, and then they ended up giving me the ball like 18 times, and almost broke 100. Didn't. I was like 10 yards short. Yeah.